Good morning, everyone. This is Lisa. Thank you for being here with me. And for those of you who have joined my Facebook Live before, welcome. Thank you for coming back. And for those of you who are new, thank you for being here. And my name is Lisa Espinosa, and I am a spiritual career coach. So what that means is that the focus of the work I do is to help people evolve their career by following their soul's guidance. That's the most important thing, right? So the whole idea being that inside of each of us, there is our true essence, our soul, our light, our wisdom. And when we tap into that, when we connect with our soul, we are led in the direction that we're supposed to go so that we can take those steps, those ongoing and consistent steps to the fulfillment of our life's purpose. So in these Facebook Live gatherings, the purpose is to one, share a little teaching, just very quick, something really that you already know probably, but it's a reminder of how important it is to tune inside, to begin inside. And hi Lisa, hi Lorenza, thank you for being here. And then the most important part of the Facebook Live is really the guided meditation, so the inner journey where I facilitate, I guide you to tap into your soul's guidance and listen to what messages your soul has for you. So for today, that's what we'll do. I'll just share a little teaching, do a guided meditation, and then afterwards, if you're interested, I'll share just a couple of things that are going on that you might be interested in. So today, as I prepared, and just to share, because it's summer, I've been so blessed that before the Facebook Lives, I've been able to take walks. And so on my walks is where I kind of tune in, like, okay, what's the focus of today's Facebook Live? And what really came forward was connected to the last blog that I wrote, that I sent out last week. If you received my newsletter, you might have read it, which was called, and I wrote it because I was afraid I was going to forget. Yes, you teach what you came here to learn. So, and in that blog, I was sharing how if you look back on your life, and hi Elizabeth, and you reflect on what have been the biggest challenges in your life, what have been those kind of common themes that you've struggled with. And if you look at those, instead of with judgment or even with, I don't ever want to think about them again, but instead really think of them as like clues of what has life trained you to be. And I shared how one of my teachers, Elaine Kalia Sophia, she really first posed that question to me, to us, which was, what has your life trained you to be? I felt that was such a powerful question. And in my blog, I shared how, of course you have all taken training, you've gone to school, you might have gone to, gotten your bachelor's and master's and further training and other training. And this isn't to dismiss that those trainings are important. They're important and they're valuable. But what this is to remind you that the most important training is your life. The most important training is those things that you have struggled with and have overcome. And that gives you clues to what it is you're meant to do, what your soul's medicine is. Hi, Colleen. So, for example, for me, when I think back on my biggest struggles, it's absolutely been times in my life where I had the tiny voice of my soul, because our soul's voice is often very quiet, which is why we need stillness, we need silence. And our ego's voice, or the voice of the outside world, is really loud. So when I think back on my life and I look at those times where everybody outside of me, or even, my ego, my fear voice was saying, go this way. But inside, my inner guidance was saying, no, like, you're supposed to go this way. To borrow a poem, a famous poem, The Road Less Traveled, right? That I was supposed to really follow my soul's guidance, even if nobody else agreed. And that is true of when I went through my divorce, when I changed careers. That was a really hard decision as well. You know, my soul was definitely saying it was the right thing, but everyone around me thought mostly everyone around me thought it was a really not smart decision. You know, dealing with things with my children, you know, one of my daughters when she was very sick, like it would have been so easy to just go into fear or really give my power away to everyone outside of me. But instead, my guidance was to slow down, go into stillness, and listen to my soul's guidance and go from there. So, and there's hundreds, you know, there's other examples. But so for me, that gives me the clue that my life, what it has trained me to become, to do, is to teach others what I have been learning, and I'm still learning. So to teach others to begin inside, to begin within, to tap inside and listen to their soul's guidance and be directed from there, regardless of what your physical eyes see outside of you or what other people might say or what your own fears might say. So that's me. So now for you, it's important for you to reflect. And especially, I know I keep bringing this up, but I just feel it's so important that we are in July. We have entered the second half of 2018. So, and it's not like, okay, forget the first half, let's just focus on the second half. It's really like, you know, last Facebook Live, I was talking about releasing the burdens of the first half of the year. If there's anything that you're like, okay, I don't want to take this with me. But also, just as important is, hi Leah, is bringing the lessons and what were you trained with this first half of 2018? What did it train you for? What did you learn? And what are you being guided to teach others? And when I say teach others, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are a teacher per se, like what I'm doing here, although you might be. But we always teach, all of us, no matter what our job is, we are teachers. You teach by how you live your life. You teach by how you respond. You teach by just your presence. So you are all teachers. So really the question is right now, what are you teaching? Like, what are you teaching? And if you're teaching that, if you're following your soul's guidance, then you know that that is what you're meant to learn. You're meant to continue to learn that. So today's meditation, today's inner journey is going to be around that, like that exploration of asking your soul, okay, even if you already think you know, even if you've already done this hundreds of times, our soul always reveals more. We're always ready for more. You know, there was a great solar eclipse last week, and there's going to be a lunar eclipse and the full moon coming up. So I feel like many of you, especially those of you who tune in, who somehow find me or connected to my work, you're on this accelerated spiritual journey, even if you weren't consciously aware of that. So I'm amazed at how much growth happens in 1 week. So from last week to this week, you might be almost like a different person, like in the sense that your ability to hear your soul's guidance, for your ability for your soul to tell you more about who you are, is greater this week than it was last week. So even if you've already asked yourself these questions, do it again and be open, because your soul is always ready to reveal more. So with that said, let's get started. So just having you, and just a couple of reminders before we begin the journey. Really get comfortable. So whether you're sitting or lying down, whatever works for you. You don't have to be looking at me if that doesn't help. Just listen to my voice to get some direction. And if you want to have a journal with you, sometimes it's helpful as you're receiving, to just write down without censoring, without thinking about it, but just write down what comes. And also to remind you that these are all recorded. So if you are guided to go back and listen to the recording and pause, you know, as I guide you through the meditation, maybe you pause the recording and just let yourself be in silence and receive. You know, let yourself do that. And finally, just as a reminder as well, that when I guide you to ask your soul questions, remember to release the pressure to receive the answers in this moment. You are actually receiving the answers already. Your answers are already inside. When you ask the question, you're setting the intention. You're saying, yes, I'm ready to receive the answer. Like, yes, I'm ready to take those steps. But it's often we get really nervous and scared and like, wait, did I hear it right? Was that what I heard? I don't want to mess up. So when you actually release the pressure of having to get the answer in this moment, you're more relaxed and the answer will kind of bubble up inside of you at just the right time. So for now, just release the pressure. Just be in a very receptive state. Okay, so wherever you are, let's go ahead and just kind of take some nice cleansing breaths. Just kind of breathing deeply. Letting yourself just settle in your body. And really bringing your awareness to your hips and your pelvis, your knees, your feet. Envisioning just beautiful roots of light that are going down your legs and out the bottoms of your feet, deep into the earth. And in this space, just letting yourself feel very present, very anchored into the earth in a way that feels just right for you. And if you are holding any stress, if you're holding any distracting energy, just set the intention of releasing that. Just set the intention of just like dropping it, just letting it go, whatever stress it is. That just for this moment, you are placing it into the earth, trusting that the earth will recycle, will compost whatever you release. And then bringing the palms of your hands right over your heart center. So we bring them right over the heart center. And closing your eyes, if you're comfortable, closing your eyes. With your hands at your heart, remembering that your heart is the entryway to your soul. Your wise heart, not your intellect, is what is going to lead you forward. So in this space, as you connect with your wise, beautiful heart, welcome your soul. Let your soul know, yes, I'm open to your guidance. And visualize your soul in whatever symbol, whatever image comes to you. You might see a light right in your heart, or a flame, or a flower, whatever works for you. But feeling your heart's, your soul's love and response. And then being ready to just ask your soul a few questions. So let your soul know that you are open to receiving these answers now or at a later time, whenever is perfect for you. Right now you are just asking and letting yourself receive beautiful energy from your soul. So the first question, as you feel your soul's light in your heart, is what are the common struggles that I have faced in my life? So ask your soul, show me what are those struggles that I have faced throughout my life? And what are those struggles that I have faced throughout my life that hold a clue to my soul's medicine? They can show me what are those struggles that I have faced in my life that are giving me guidance about what I meant to teach. And just receive this. You might see images, you might see a movie play out, or you might see nothing right now. That is okay. But know that when you receive the answers, that those struggles hold clues to your soul's medicine, hold clues to what you're meant to teach others. And the next question, what emotion have I struggled with the most in my life? You're asking your soul this question, right? Beautiful soul. What emotion have I struggled with the most in my life? Again, what emotion have I struggled with the most in my life? Remember, your soul is unconditionally loving and compassionate, so there is no judgment here. Just curiosity, just observing. What emotion? Worry, anger, fear, whatever the emotion has been that has caused you the most struggle. And then letting your soul know, show me how it is that I am meant to help others who struggle with this emotion as well. So again, knowing that if you struggled with that emotion, that is what you're meant to teach others. How to heal that emotion. So ask your soul, show me, how am I meant to help others overcome that same struggle, that emotion? And then asking your soul this powerful question. Beautiful soul, what has my life trained me to be? Again, what has my life trained me to be, trained me to become? Again, what has my life trained me to be? And finally, you're going to ask your soul for a beautiful symbol, for a symbol. So ask, beautiful soul, show me a symbol that represents what I am meant to teach. Show me a symbol that represents what I am meant to teach. Again, show me a symbol that represents what I am meant to teach. Remember, it's okay if nothing comes in this moment. It is already inside of you. Now let your soul's light fill your whole body, almost like it starts in your heart and it just grows and fills your whole body, your soul's beautiful love, your soul's healing, your soul's light. Thank your soul for its love and guidance. Let it know that you are open to keep receiving this wisdom, this guidance today. And we close this inner journey, this meditation, by bringing our hands to prayer pose in front of our heart. And we bow to each other's heart. We bow to our own heart. And we end with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. And as you do that, I'm going to burn just a little bit of sage to close our circle and sage you. So sage is a very cleansing. This one has lavender and white sage, so it's very cleansing, just kind of cleansing our space. Hey, George. All right. And I'm going to pull a card for you. So this is from the Sacred Traveler deck. I haven't used this one before here on our Facebook Live, but I was going to use the Life Purpose deck, and it was like, nope, this is the one we're supposed to use. So This is by Denise Linn. I highly recommend her. She's wonderful. And this is all, it's called a Sacred Traveler Oracle cards, with the idea that we're all sacred travelers. You are walking on your journey. These are all positive. There's nothing scary about them. And I've shared before, Namaste Lorenza, that oracle cards are just a beautiful way for your soul to speak to you. And most of the time, it's validating what you've already heard. It's validating what you already know but might be doubting. So the universe is very wise. So I'm going to pick one card, and we're trusting that that one card relates to all of you. It's going to be a message for all of you watching or watching the recording. So lovely souls of all these people watching, what do you want them to know? Pulling it out. Oh. So you got fellow travelers, and it says support is all around you. And it's this beautiful picture, and it's this man looking at the path, and there's a rainbow, and there's the beautiful peacock. So this is really a card of remembering you're not alone. And you have those earth angels, right? People in your life that are helping you. But even if it feels like people right now in your life are not exactly supportive, to remember that you have that spiritual support as well. Angels and spirit guides and just so much ancestors, you know, your beloved ancestors who are walking this path with you. And I just want to name Peacock. That is, I do a lot of with animal medicine. Hi, Leticia. And peacocks are all about like being bold. Peacocks are all about don't hide. It's time to shine your colors. Be confident. Let others see you. So, so that message is for you as well. So, a couple of things as reminders if you are interested. So, one, visit my website if you want to learn more about what I do. If you want to sign up for my mailing list so you can receive my newsletters, that's the best way to stay on top of on top of just all the events that I'm doing. So if you haven't done that, you can visit my website at lisaespinosa.net. That's lisaespinosa.net, and sign up for my mailing list. Also, if you're interested, or anyone you know is interested in receiving private support with their career, and again, as I said, the type of career support I give is spiritual career support. I mean, it's really about focus, you know, teaching people how to access their soul's guidance so they can move forward. Go to the Start Here page on my website, and you can read about how you can schedule a free private breakthrough session, which is free for qualified applicants. So there's that. I also want to share, I had the Reiki for Relaxation workshop yesterday. It was lovely. 12 wonderful people were there. And if you don't know what Reiki is, that's okay. It's this wonderful modality for relaxation. And it was such, there was so much interest in it, and there was a waiting list that I'm doing again on Sunday, September, I wrote it down, Sunday, September 2nd at 1:30. Registration is already opened. It's 2 hours at Beverly Yoga Center. So if you were like, oh, I missed the first one, but I want to take it, register already. It's already open. That's September 2nd. What else do I have on here? Fridays at Beverly Yoga. I have my meditation class 10:30 to 11:45 every Friday. Everyone is welcome. If you've never meditated, that is absolutely fine. Most people who come to the class their first time have never meditated. So I would love for you to join me. And I also do Reiki on everyone, which is just a beautiful healing touch. So there's that. And finally, there's, you know, next Monday, come back for the Facebook Live. I'd love for you to be here. Let people know. Again, this is an experiment this summer to see if I'm going to continue doing them in the fall. So if it's something that you're enjoying and that you find helpful, let me know, because that helps me to know that it's something that's worth continuing on my part. All right, everybody. I have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay tuned into your soul's guidance, because your soul is always speaking to you. It's speaking to you right now. And remember the card, you are supported, you are loved. Shine your colors, and also be that support for other people. Not in a way that depletes you, but in a way that fills you up, because you are meant to be the light for others as well. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you for being with me. Bye-bye.